So what I want to do is I'm going to share from my heart. People tell me that they like what I say because it's so real. And it's like, okay, tell me some good stuff, Tom and Jane and Bill. Tell me, and it's like, the thing is, we got to where we are because of the fire that has perfected us. Okay? And many times you look at us and he's like, you've never had a problem. You're just like this. You're like that, But let me tell you, we have all overcome hell, death, destruction, etc. And we've overcome by the blood of the Lamb and the word of our testimony. Okay? And it's not moan, but it's glory to God. It's a testimony. And, and I love what Bishop was saying. He goes, don't ask why, because there is no answer to that. Why did this happen? That's a question that, I'm going to ask God when I go to heaven. When you go to heaven, you won't even think about it. So that's one of those unanswered questions, okay? And so, like I said, I'm going to share with you a couple of situations that have happened to me. I shared yesterday the word that I got about a dream stealer. That many of your dreams, that the people that people were trying to steal your dreams. I talked to somebody this morning before I came, and it was kind of a short but sweet but in-depth conversation about how this young person has a call of God on their life. They're brilliant, and they're failing half their classes. Okay? Brilliant young man. But like I said, he's failing half of his classes because he's convinced, because of what people, students, not parents, have told him, that he's not good enough to do that. And he has chosen to listen to them. So he doesn't I can't do it anyway, so why try? And he's totally, completely lost his vision. I'm not talking about natural vision. I'm talking about vision of what God's called him to do. And I want to really encourage you that, and I talked about yesterday, dream stealers. Who's coming to try to steal your dream? Bottom line, what has God called you to do? Very, very important that you get to that revelation. Are you doing what you were born to do? Okay, I mentioned last night, I brought one up here today called The Power of Prophetic Vision. And it's like shouldas, couldas, focus, get your focus, what God's called you to do. Your dreams of destiny, walking out your dreams. What labels have you been put on? Been put on you. Some of you have been labeled yourself. Maybe PTSD, maybe ADD, maybe dumb, stupid, ignorant, retarded. Never amount to anything, never be able to read or write. That was a label that I had to remove when I was about 27 years old. Okay? Never be able to read or write. Somewhere 26, 27, a book is coming out next month, and then another one a few months after that. That's not bad. Okay? And they're all bestsellers. And I just talked to the ministry, and they want to buy like 5,000 of the Fear book. Oh, let me pray about that one. Yes. Okay, I told you I'd give a testimony every service about a financial breakthrough. I got 2 contracts yesterday, and I woke up this morning and somebody put $111 in my account. Glory to God. Thank God for Cash App, And the thing is, it's like just the blessings have got to run over. I told you I'd do 1 each service. Well, I had 2 today, and the day's not over, so we got some more tonight. So I will check my bank account and see what happens on Saturday. Nothing ever happens on Saturday. Yes, it does. Yes. But anyway, this right here will get rid of a lot of the reasons why you haven't accomplished what God's called you to do. A lot of it, and this is a situation. I actually have a few notes down here. I want to make sure that I get all of this stuff. Okay. A few years ago, 20 years ago, roughly, had a situation happen in my own life. Somebody came into my life, somebody that I was dating, okay? And I'm like, basically swept me off my feet. And I'm not talking about Kelly, I'm talking about somebody else. Swept me off my feet, told me everything that I wanted to hear. About how beautiful I was, how this, how that. I mean, everything that you wanted to hear. And I'm like, oh, this is awesome, And I'm like, God's going to bless me with somebody that really loves me, not as a cover for his lifestyle. Big difference. Okay? And I was like so excited. And so part of the situation was he started bad-mouthing my mom and dad. Oh, but we'll spend eternity together. And started doing everything to sever that relationship with my mom and dad. To sever the call of God on my life. See, some of you need to hear what I'm saying. And so when I became aware of that, I had to die to my flesh and go under what God wanted me to do. Okay? So understand, people are going to be feeding you. What are they feeding? And he goes, what you want to hear. And you know what? I told somebody 2 days ago what they didn't want to hear. And Joe followed it up with telling them what they didn't want to hear. Ended up with betrayal toward me and walked away from the call of God on their life. Every kind of commitment they had here at the ministry this weekend and on a monthly basis, totally walked away because of what somebody else was telling them, of which we both, actually there's like 4 of us in the room, that advised them to be very careful of this person, because this person is going to talk them out of the call of God on their life. Because they promised them the world. I'm not talking about a romantic situation. I'm talking about that they promised them the world. And they walked away from the security, the love, everything. So I've dealt with betrayal this week. Isn't that good? And all the promises that were made to me are now null and void because somebody came in and sweet talked her. And he'll vouch for that, and 2 or 3 other people can vouch for that. But the point I want to come to tell you, number 1, don't let anybody talk you out of the call of God on your life.